final home game of the season for one team. It is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Vols will boot it away to start the game. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Vanderbilt's offense will take the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. The Commodores want to move quickly. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When you talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this one.
And the Commodores have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll go to the ground. He breaks the tackle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Barrett. Across the 25, he's got room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Vandy. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
The Volunteers offense has its first opportunity of the day. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997 Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. That's what we live in college sports, where you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
The Vols will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance.
Fires one high and deep. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. Quarterback checking off. He'll start this drive firing. Already find a hole in that secondary. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. On the ground, it's Harris. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew Pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up for the completion.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And the try is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Swings it out to his running back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
On 3rd down, going up top. Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Commodores decide to punt it away. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Small gain, I know. But, again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. The 30. Inside the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Creates a little room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Bringing it back. The 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown Doors. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Running to the left. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They'll give it to him again. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Got it looking for the first down. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Volunteers look to keep this drive humming. Little touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They get him down after he makes the catch.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision. Do not throw into double coverage.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. Hard running there. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. They're setting up the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw, trying to get to him. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got some room to run. The 30, the 10, and he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Volunteers. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
And the Commodores will kick it away to crank up the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
The run to the right. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They've got it at the 41. 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Volunteers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Barrett. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. He'll do it himself. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The Commodores racing to the line in the hurry-up. muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Quick tempo here for the offense. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Barrett. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15th. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action.
Second down.
The whole offense at your disposal.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Running back searching for a hole. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Pulls and fired complete. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Makes a man miss. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Grabbed in the middle. It's Logan. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Motion from the offense. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. They'll run the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll give it to the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Handoff to the single running back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Now, I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's...
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown ball. Ready to try the point after. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them to football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
On second down, just keeps firing. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Incomplete. It's now third down.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Heaves it deep. He's got it inside the 30. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And the Commodores are in the hurry-up. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's got it down the middle. bulls his way forward. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 3rd down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They get him down with this offensive setup. 1st and goal from the 9.
1st and goal, Vanderbilt.
He leaves it with his back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, sniffing the goal line. Touchdown, Commodores! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Number 16 in the end zone.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Tennessee, 21.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity is gargantuan. Quick strike complete. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Getting some heat. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players.